What's up? How are you?
Hey, I'm hanging with the doctor tonight.
You hanging with the doctor?
How are you?
I am pretty good. What's up, y'all out there? Welcome to NightCap.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Listen, tonight is a night you don't want to miss. We're talking about baggage, honey. We're talking about claiming your baggage.
Claiming it, not leaving it at the lost and found.
Claiming
it with you.
My Lord. So listen, tag your girlfriends, tag your homeboys, like, share, all that you're gonna do because tonight is gonna be amazing.
Yes.
Like I always have, it's me and my co-host. The Akeem Walker.
Dr. Sharice Nicole, how are you enjoying the beautiful home of yours?
I am. It's empty, so as you guys can hear the echo. But I'm enjoying it. I can't believe I did it.
You did it.
I can't.
In a pandemic.
In a pandemic, with the help of the Lord, I cannot believe I did it. So I am still in awe every day. I'm wrapping my mind around how awesome this decision has been. And, I just have to I remind myself that the gifts of God, the blessings of God comes without any repentance, nor add of any, comes without any sorrow. Is it sorrow?
The blessings of the Lord
of the Lord.
Rich and add no sorrow.
Oh, okay. The pastor. I'm not a pastor.
That's why I'm the pastor. I got you. I ain't gonna leave you out there by yourself. But listen, not only do you have a house, but this is how you know you balling, right? Because most people got the thermostat that you gotta punch up.
Why you have my thermostat?
In the back, you got the one you can program and talk to it.
Yeah, it's Alexa.
I love it. Don't say that too loud because mine won't go off. She's sensitive. She's not used to hearing a woman's voice. Don't do that.
Listen, guys, come on in and welcome to NightCap again. Like, share, tag. We're talking about baggage claim. We're getting into it. We have a special guest. And Akeem, would you like to talk about?
Yes. Listen, tonight, first of all, big shout out to the curator, the founder of NightCap, Bishop John Eric
Bishop
Guns, Pastor Guns, Lady Pastor Shanjanique, the Guns family, St. Paul. Thank y'all for giving this space. So our special guest tonight, it's probably been about 9 or 10 years ago, 9 years since I met this young lady. She has a side. She is self-employed. She is the owner and the founder and owner of Drive-By Therapy. I tell people all the time, she is a mixture of spirituality and practicality. She knows how to get you together, make you cry and laugh at the same time. Every church I have been blessed to serve, I've had her there, and as a result of her being there, it's become a yearly appointment. She has clients, although she's based in Miami, Fort Lauderdale. She is nationwide. And so, Dr. Tasha is her name, and we're going to bring her in. Welcome to NightCap, Dr. Tasha.
Dr. Tasha!
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, yes, 9:30. What else are we going to do at night? Have a nightcap.
Have a nightcap.
Yes.
I had some juice in here, but it's gone.
Oh, I guess hold up now. Do I need to go get a red cup or something? Because you got a half a glass.
Go get the red cup, man.
That's not a water glass.
What kind of glass is this?
It ain't a water glass, that's for sure.
It's not.
It's a juice glass.
It's definitely not. Like juice.
Dr. Tasha, how are you?
Oh, today I had some really good sessions today. Like a few couples, some individual sessions, kids and adults. It was really good. It was fulfilling. That's the word we're going to call today. Today was fulfilling. How about you, sir?
It's been a day, but fulfilling.
Oh, okay. You got your Louis Vuitton hat, your red bottom?
Yeah.
Not Louis. I can't afford Louis, so it's a Ouie. It's a Ouie.
Okay.
Ouie.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It looks nice. And Miss Dr. Sharice.
Yes.
Congratulations on your home. I'm hearing.
Thank you.
Yes.
I was sharing. I was doing what I was telling everybody else to do.
So what's crazy is I'm sitting on a live on a Wednesday night with two professional Black sisters that both bought their homes in the midst of a pandemic, right?
Oh, that is true.
Amazing.
Pandemic homes. Yeah.
Yeah. God is faithful.
He is.
So Dr. Sharice is a pharmacist in Jacksonville. Dr. Tasha is.
Oh, you're here in Florida. I didn't know.
Yeah. I am. We gotta get them.
It's good to know folks in the same state. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's jump in.
Oh, boy.
We're talking about baggage check. So when Dr. Sharice and I were talking about this thought, immediately, I don't know if it's because I haven't been on a plane in the pandemic. I remember, as much as I fly, or I used to fly rather, pre-pandemic, I remember I was going out of town. I was in Raleigh, and I want to make sure I carry. I'm licensed to carry. Let me put it that way. I'm licensed to carry. So every day on me, I put it in my backpack, because if I'm wearing a suit, I don't like wearing it on my hip. So I'm rushing to Raleigh. I hop out my car. I get out the car. I run to the airport because my plane is boarding. It's about boarding time. When I get in the security line, because I'm TSA pre-check, right? When I get to the security line, I put my luggage, my check bag on first. I mean, my carry-on first, and then I got my backpack. And then I remember in my backpack is my weapon.
Wow.
That's a federal offense.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
So I say to the the person at the conveyor belt, I need my bag back because I got to go to the car. As much as I've flown, I didn't know this. If your stuff goes through the belt,
TSAs now,
you have to go through with it and come back out. I'm saying to the man, sir, I need it's no way, because I know if I go through with this gun, it's over. It's no, I'm not gonna be able to convince them. So I'm not making this about race. I'm just putting it in context. It's a young white guy at the conveyor belt, and he's saying, sir, it's TSA policy. You got to go through it. And so at this time, the manager is an African-American older gentleman. He walks up to him. He says, sir, what's going on? I said, the only way I can say this without causing a scene is that I'm licensed to carry and I need to go to my car. He says, I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm going to he said, I just need to go to my car and put it in my car so I can come back. I use that analogy because it's not about the baggage that we carry, but I think we got to be honest about what's in your bag.
That's good.
Right? So we all come with baggage. So I wanted to start the conversation off talking about how soon is too soon to disclose the baggage that I'm carrying, whether it's in friendships or relationships, because I want to say on record, I don't have an issue with baggage. But you can't tell me your bag is heavy because you got books in there. And when after 6 months down the road, I discovered it's bricks. Because I'm willing to carry it because you told me it's books. I may not have carried it if I knew it was bricks. So let's wrap. How soon is too soon? I want to jump right in tonight.
And Doc, help me because I'm going to be on your virtual couch tonight.
Oh, it's happening right now? Oh, okay. I wanted to first allow you guys to go back and forth if you want me to go. Okay, so that was a great analogy, Dr. King. One of the things that I would say, my first thought immediately was, when it comes to baggage, we need to call it baggage if we're bringing it from somewhere else to somewhere where you are. Like literally you are carrying it. So that means you are carrying it. Now, it could be a check bag or it could be a carry-on, which is what we're discussing, right? How heavy is this bag? And am I going to present it in the way that it is? Is it books or is it bricks, right? To whomever is where I am now. So it comes in very different forms, baggage, right? There's obviously the financial baggage, there's emotional baggage. I was thinking about the idea of, how can I say this? The triggers which is the first thing that comes to mind by emotional. So you have to be careful. Sometimes people are like, oh, I don't have that much baggage. You do. Because if somebody new does something that you used to do old, this is now going to tell you what your baggage is.
Wow.
Then you have to be honest about it. So I understand that maybe you didn't know until it now happens in real time. But then you have to say, wow, when you do this, it triggers me because so did Daryl. Okay, so now we're going to be honest about it. But then we have to know that we're projecting our old whomever. If it's your mama, your daddy, an ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, first wife, third husband, it's still like, this is how I feel about relationships. This is how I feel about arguments. This is how I've always thought of your kids. Hello? Right? And so we're almost having to change the idea that you're coming with, but then be open, then want to open up the bag, which is as what Dr. King said, and take out what's also needed. So now we at the end of the day, we're trying to find us a carry-on. You can bring a carry-on bag from one relation to another. You just don't need to be checking bags. You know what I mean?
The carry-on bag got a 50-pound weight limit to it.
Weight limit, exactly. It can fit above. Like there's something in there that we can still fly and get there while it's right there. Yeah.
So I meet Dr. Sharice, right? I like her. How soon is too soon to disclose? Because some people will argue, I shouldn't have to tell you until I'm comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But then that's always easy on the giving side. The flip side is
I want to know what I'm signing up for.
Right. So walk us like how, and from what have you seen in your therapy sessions, or what do you think is there a timeline?
So the wrong timeline is, or the wrong time is when you don't share and it comes up, right?
Mm.
So there is how many kids do you have, and somehow you just told about the 10-year-old, but you ain't talk about the 3-month-old that's or the one that's in the womb. You know how do you leave that one out? So I didn't think it was time. Oh no, it's time because it came up. So the wrong time, right, is when you don't talk about it and it comes up. That by far is now you're a liar by omission. We could go back and forth with the debate, but you're now a liar off of omission. We can agree.
So omission is a lie.
All day.
Wow. Okay.
Now, if you don't offer it, because that's the whole thing. If I don't offer it, at least I didn't share and say I didn't. No. But it came up. You talked about money. Why we not talking about student loans? You know what I mean? Like, let's discuss it. I've always said that was my biggest baggage. I'm like, whoever gonna like me, they gonna like $250,000 of me in this degree. Now, some people could say that's not a lot, but for someone who wants to stay out of debt, they looking at me like I'm a liability when I believe I'm an asset. But they have every right to know that what they're signing up for and to not sign up with me.
250.
Oh, that's good.
Like, don't do
you saw it.
250.
Oh man, and I don't know what happens after we all didn't pay for a whole year, right? Is it just me with the deferment? I don't even know.
Listen, Dr. Tasha, I'm believing Joe Biden he has.
Okay, go ahead. We gonna just
talking 50 though. He's talking about 50.
Oh, that's okay. I'll take out 50. But yes, 250. But let's go deeper than that. In addition to money, because money's a thing, but it's not even how much your debt is, it's how you spend it. So that's also baggage, right? I use people. I mean, it can be anything. I lie, on my own credit cards, or I got some fraudulent behavior on my record. So now we got to maybe discuss felonies or misdemeanors from our past. We sometimes say, oh, okay, well, it was expunged, so we don't talk about it. I mean, if it comes up, you talk about it. This is what did happen to me. That's a real thing. Can we talk about the record? We don't talk about the record? Okay, we talk about the record.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now, what about projection? So this literally happened today. This is a couple that happened today. She was married. He was with the woman. She now sees him when they get in the argument as the ex, right? So in this moment, when you get loud with me, sir, I'm going to treat you like how he did when he got loud with me, because I now project myself onto him.
He got away with it.
All day. So the worst part about baggage is you don't even see me. All you do is see your ex in your new man or your new woman. That's deep. Oh, what do you mean by that? What's what they mean? Like, let's go with what is. That happened today. And the same would go for phones. Okay, so this is another baggage. Do we bring a baggage of old pictures and old videos into new relationships and new marriages? Do
My
we do
phone didn't delete it. My phone.
Mine's still in water, so
Oh, yours is in water and yours
Get a
don't
new
delete.
phone.
Dr. Hakeem, yours don't delete? Okay.
Yeah,
it's still in water.
Yeah, it just keeps
okay.
popping up.
Either that or we all know about the vault. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm a
What's
question.
that?
Right.
You gonna
right.
I'm not doing that. He doesn't
What's
know.
the vault?
I'm not answering. I'm not answering
Yeah,
that.
so the is you need a
clean out that vault. You gonna clean out that vault.
You dump them into the vault, put the passcode on them, man of God.
That old triangle, you don't need to be lusting after that old triangle. Okay? I don't need to know about what's in the I need to know that the vault is cleared out. Yeah, that's it. Because you're bringing that into what is. And then what if like what you brought actually can then bring an insecurity to me? Like it gets so deep if it's not talked about. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
If it's not talked about. Now, what baggage for you do you guys think you hide or do you hold on to? If I didn't touch on that.
Ask it one more time.
What baggage do you guys hide or hold on to? I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
I think one of my major baggage, I have a couple of them.
Oh, I just thought of one too. Go ahead.
But one is, I think my lack of my relationship with my dad plays a major role in my relationships. Like my dad is alive, but he's always kind of been in and out, and I've allowed that because I want him a part of my life. But that piece of baggage kind of rolls over. It's like hidden, but it comes out.
Are you ashamed of it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why you don't want to share. As in, I have tried and he has not, or I can believe the kind of dad I have, and this is just I got to roll with what. Oh, interesting. So why do you attach your feelings to his behavior?
I always thought that a dad determines a little girl's self-worth.
Okay, I would agree
him
with that.
Not being present, oftentimes for most women, we struggle with self-worth when our parent or our dad is not present in our lives. So that part has like shown.
So if you having just a relationship, is that wow, I don't have the self-worth that I thought that I would be proud to be able to say out loud, and I have to acknowledge where it comes from.
Right, because I think the men that women want to attract, or even myself, we want a family. We want, men that are great fathers, great providers, but then we're wanting something that we never saw.
True.
And so
usually you're not even attracted to it. You're attracted usually for your familiar.
Right. And so when it comes, you're not appreciative of it. You don't know how to receive it. You don't know how to interpret it. So it brings about.
You're saying almost your relational or emotional intelligence. This is where, okay, I get that. Because you can't pull from somewhere that you just have no depth.
Right. Like you don't know anything about it. So how can you pull? Right.
So can I tell you something that I can appreciate that you're saying? And I think from the men that I talk to and the men's group that I run down here, is that a man would really appreciate if you shared that level of vulnerability, that you are ashamed and that you hate that this is a thing, but that you want to learn, right? Because it actually shows that you think it's a problem.
Right.
Because it is. Men will talk about all day like, wow, I'm starting to realize who has a dad and who doesn't. But that can't be a forever strike against all women. It's 75% of us that look like this that didn't have a hands-on dad. So we can't just rule out every girl, 75% of girls. But for you to say it, I just want to tell you, I think it's pretty sexy. Now, and I think for you, you might have thought that was makes you unattractive.
Correct.
It makes you actually attractive. Because a lot of times women who didn't have that dad thing, they want it. And so it's like, I love that. That means I want to really respect men. I want to think that men are great. I want to understand how to, right? You're actually longing for that. A man would love that if that's the way you're coming at him versus he's your dad. Because see, that's the problem. The baggage would be you treating new dude as all of y'all are womanizers, right? Or all of y'all can't, y'all know how y'all always a little alcohol is usually a lot of alcohol. You know what I mean? Like that would be projection. That would be dangerous. But I love all the honesty. Would you agree, Dr. Akeem?
I'm with it.
As a man, it actually wouldn't be a deterrent.
Because it lets me know, here again, we're talking about baggage, right? And we're talking about, you're letting me know that this is what I'm carrying and I need help, versus this is what it is, and either you take it or leave it without giving me the option of processing it myself.
Right.
I love that.
We still talking, airlines don't take your word for it. They run that thing through a scanner for a reason.
It's
to make
true.
sure that what you're bringing on that plane ain't gonna blow everybody else up. So I'm saying, I'm tell me what it is, so I can figure out if my right hand is my dominant hand, but do I need to carry it on my back? Do I need to carry it with both hands? Can I handle it with one? But if you don't tell me that, and then midway, my arms start getting weak. Now you say, oh, well, if you love me, you wouldn't leave me, you would help me carry it. But you didn't tell me that. You
right.
To your point, doctor, you've been treating me like your dad and making me pay for stuff that I didn't even do.
Wow. You didn't even do. So, and the beautiful thing is, once you say it out loud, and I'm going to tell you that, how old are you, Dr. Sharice? Do you say your age?
36.
Okay, at 36, I'm going to give you till when you turn 37.
March 21st.
Okay, you got a whole year to release this as a shame, though. So I want you to always talk about this all the time as you're dating. But we gonna give you about 6 months to a year to not carry this as a shame, because then you made it a check bag. You know what I mean? The carry-on bag is, I'm not really like proud of the way me and my dad, our relationship is today. But, I used to be ashamed of how we weren't close. That's the check bag that we just gonna open up that door at the bottom of the plane and we just gonna let that one go and fly on out. Because you don't have to carry. That's his crap. Are we saying crap at this hour?
Yeah, crap is cool. Yeah.
Okay, that was it was another word that began with an S that I was really thinking if I could be honest. Oh, he don't say crap, but that's his crap, right? That's what he bringing that baggage to his relationship if he's around like that. That I didn't raise my daughter the way I'm. That's his check bag. That can't be yours. That right there can't be yours. Now, you got another one, or that was the two?
That was the only one.
It was all in there. Oh, that's not bad. And you're honest about it.
Yes.
That's not bad. All right. Do you have any? I got a question.
Yes.
Do you have any patterns of how you think of men, which we always forget? That's also baggage. Oh, okay. Oh, we gonna hide? That's what we do. We just hide when we put our hands up. Okay.
Yes, I do.
So what is your secondary baggage that you forget to talk about? Because that comes out. Men are what? Finish that phrase.
Men are warriors, providers, leaders.
And?
Husbands.
And? Finish this. Men tend to blank. What I have seen, men tend to blank. What's that?
Leave.
All right. Now we got the baggage. So we really are saying out loud, either you anticipate that they're going to leave for some valid reasons, because it has happened, right? And that is, can you imagine? That also means that you may, I don't know what you do, you may push them away to see if they'll leave, period, because you're already anticipating that they're going to leave. Okay, so you giving a whole first date, just, he could be great, and you're just, oh, okay, so how many dates we going to do? And so you coming in real stank. He's coming in 100% ready, and you're already looking at him side-eye. That's not fair to him. That's your baggage also, that you're hella skeptical of how long they stay. When there are men that are quite monogamous, they are. A lot of times women don't like them because they think they're soft and whatever, and too nice, but that's a whole nother conversation. Okay, so that's a good one, that you tend to think that men will leave. So that's the baggage. That's what's in that check bag that can't fit above, but it's not too heavy because you can still carry it. Okay?
Right.
Open that up. Okay, Dr. Akeem, what's yours?
I travel with no bags.
Okay.
The lies. And she took her pick. She said, okay.
I travel light.
You do travel light. You're very strategic. We those who know you love you and know that. So that is true. You travel light on purpose. I would actually say that. But that's a double-edged sword, right?
It can be.
It can be.
So I think one of the baggage, I tend to think that women oftentimes come with an angle.
We do. I mean,
right?
Okay, so we do.
But it's not always voice.
Verbalized. Okay, that's true. That's not fair.
So, I mean, okay, we have the conversation. Do you want kids? Oh no, I think I can do without.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be upfront. Like that ain't on my to-do list. You got one, okay, or you don't want none. We can rock and roll.
Yeah.
But then it becomes, well, I think. See, because I watch. Oh, I'm getting baby. You can't get baby fever if you don't want babies.
No, that's true.
Right. People who don't want kids don't ever get baby. You can play with kids. You can love them. You don't. I'm getting baby fever. That I've never ever said that. Right. So then it's like, dang, do you want kids or do you don't? Because when I asked you if you did, it was I'm good without. But then it was. You know what I'm saying? And I'm using that for an example, but I think it happens.
No, that's a good one because now you're dealing with the baggage of even also being lied to. So already you're looking at them with trying to have this discernment of, are you telling me the truth? But you're also saying that this actually might change, which sucks. That you're having conversations with women, getting to know them, getting close to them, and you don't really know if whatever they're saying might be kind of be a little flexible. When you're like, no, I thought it was a hard no or a hard yes. Okay, that's a good one. How have you learned to filter through that question? Or that comes with time? That's just a time thing.
Yeah, I think with time it can be, you can
pick
it. Yeah, I've learned to just ask indirect questions to kind of the same. It's almost like the SAT, right? I'm gonna ask the same question.
Oh, that's true. To see if it comes up the same. Yeah.
And normally the answer is gonna lead to either yes or no.
Okay. Have you found a woman that it was a strong no and it stayed a no? Or have they all come back?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Because the worst is if it's all right, because then now you don't believe nobody. But okay, so we've had a few women that have been on the honest train. Okay, what's another one? Oh, and let me tell you why I said it's a double-edged sword for anybody that, like you, travels light. And let me tell you why. Because you ever traveled so light that you forgot something that you needed? You were so worried about getting it in the backpack that you really left the deodorant. You really left it. I get that there's things that you can buy, but it literally is sometimes you don't carry always what you are needing. That is, to me, a double-edged sword. That, yeah, you travel light, but do you always bring what you need into a relationship? What's a need? Which would be open heart. You know what I mean? Ready to love.
Communication,
ability to commit. Like that could be something that's not in your bag because you travel light, but you still coming into this relationship with a bag though. But are you coming in unavailable, bitter, right? Because you so light. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't want your bag to be malnourished while you're starting something new.
Yeah, but I can always buy it.
I know
where I'm going.
I'm aware. I know you don't mind. You don't mind new. You don't mind new.
Right, and I'm going. Okay, I can either bring it back home or I can
discard it. Yeah,
I can discard it when I leave.
Yeah. That's why I said earlier. Remember, I said you're strategic. It works for you, but it's a strategic mentality. Anything else? Because I thought of another one of baggage.
You go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, y'all ready? It's called That Keeps On Giving. Y'all ready? Herpes. Oh yeah, let's talk about it. That's right.
Herpes.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on, because you asked me and then you said you thought about it. So I need to clear this up because I don't want the people to think we're directly. Because I was like, wait a minute.
First of all, I don't put your stuff
Look
out
at
there.
that, man of God.
We on Facebook Live, you know, stuff. I don't want nobody, because you said I got another one. Then you said I thought about one. I was like,
I said I thought about one before you started. You got
okay.
I said
You did. You did.
I thought about one. Yeah.
You
Because
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
oh Lord. Okay. I don't want to usher Raymond you right now. Okay, so
Right.
we don't know if he got it or not, but the whole world thinks he does. It just rumors ain't no joke. Okay.
Before we go there, the second part for me, I think, would be the baggage of, and I don't know how to phrase it, so I'm just going to give that women in today's the majority of women, right?
Okay.
And we talked about this a few episodes ago, want a man to provide for them without being able to do the same for themselves, right? So, I mean, we live in a social media, Instagram body, you know, all that, and you got a pretty face and all that, but what else? So, I don't, it makes you feel like, and I see these memes like, you see all the time people joking about like, oh, I'm just here because the good rest, I'm here for the food, right? So I think we're not honest. Like, if you just want to go hang out, you want a meal, say that, right? So that we're not oftentimes forthcoming about what we desire from an equal exchange.
But so is the baggage that you're bringing when you think about in terms of the question today, is the how soon is too soon to tell you? Is just that let me know in the beginning that I just wanted a free dinner?
Yeah, like I'm
not interested. I just like to come out to eat.
Yeah, like I just want somebody to go out to dinner with. Like that's.
But cool. Would you say yes?
Me? Yeah. I'm going to eat anyway. But I think here's what happened, right? And this is honest. It's been times I've posted on like a story like table for one. I'm at a nice restaurant, right? And it'll be boom, boom. Oh, you should have told me I like seafood, and I'm like, but you don't hit me up any other time, right? So like, if the flip side is, again, because the men are always expected to pay, and the perception is that men, even though women like to be financially stable, so most women think that they don't mind the men going above and beyond. Because here's the thing: if you see me eating a certain way, you're gonna assume that when we go out, I'm taking Dr. Tasha to the same quality of restaurant.
That's good.
So the baggage is I don't want you to pay, but I need to know and I'm not talking about when dinner's over, I'm expecting to smash. I'm not expecting that. But I need to make sure that you ain't just trying to I'm not your college meal plan. And if I am, let me know that.
So the baggage is what she came with. Okay, but that still goes into your first one about how women have an angle for you.
Yeah.
That kind of goes into, it just has another branch off that tree. Is why, and then when you find out, because then you're actually disappointed that you even maybe started to like her, not even realizing what she came with was a motive that was ill and had nothing to do with you. It was very self-serving.
Right.
Yeah, that sucks. That even that thought of that sucks. I've even heard how men, y'all can go on first dates and women are talking about how their hair appointment is tomorrow because they're reiterating that they want $1.
Listen, women can.
I've heard.
I mean, look at the memes that we see. Oh, you talk to me on every app except Cash App. This is no lie. Women can. I would never even think about sending even a woman I'm in relationship with a Cash App request. But let's just say if you and Dr. Sharice's hair, I know you, but if you and Dr. Sharice are your hair appointment is Friday, right?
Yeah.
If y'all got, I'm just gonna say 10 men in y'all phone. Y'all can either divide the money up amongst 10 men or send all of the men the same amount of Cash App requests and eliminate who you're not going to talk to based on him not responding.
That's so trifling, but I do know it exists.
That's crazy.
Go ahead, Dr. Sharice, say what you think.
I was going to say that's crazy, like that happens. Like women actually.
Oh, it happens.
They aim like that. I mean,
on first dates.
Wow.
Yeah. I want to get my nails done, or I mean, I've seen this, I've heard this that some women, wrong motives of women will also order for their kids at the first date dinner or second date dinner so that their kids have sandwiches.
Now for me, but see, this is a move. I'm not saying it's a move, but I'm a gentleman. So if I know you got kids, I'm gonna ask you.
It's a good move though.
Now, but your kids not getting nothing from Morton's though.
Okay, no, that's true.
Your kids not getting nothing from Morton's. We gonna stop at Zaxby's or Chick-fil-A on the way home. Your 9-year-old not getting nothing from Morton's. I'm sorry. Whatever. That's just me. But,
no, kids. Them chicken tenders are enough. But it is a good move. But it sucks that it's it would be like an entitlement. Like, oh, I got kids.
Wow.
I'm taking you out. I'm not taking your kids out. I've heard that.
Here's the other part. I know that you're not used to eating at the restaurant based on how you order.
Oh. You talking about they don't know the temperature of their meat?
Yeah, you order the steak at Morton's and I'm just using Morton's for example, or whatever. Ruth Chris and you order the well done steak. You ain't never been here before. You shocked at the prices. You don't know how to order a drink. So
you wonder where the prices are. How much?
Right.
I'm like, oh. Okay, class is a thing. We should have a class about class. Hello? Because we sometimes got to teach folks that don't know, possibly raised in different class. But it is something that they are telling on themselves. I agree. So yeah, that is true. You got to watch women with angles.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to yours.
But so is that Doc? I mean, and I'm not throwing you under the bus, Doc. Yeah, get that, Doc. No,
we got that.
But would that be a form of like distrust?
Are you talking to Dr. Tasha?
Yeah, I'm not talking to Dr. Tasha.
Oh, mistrust, yes, because we're now dealing in a place of your motives are ill. Like your motives are not pure. You're not, you have zero integrity in this moment. You are using him. And this also goes for men too, for whatever you're doing with the women to, get whatever it is that you're needing as well.
Oh, brothers do it all the time. You need a place to stay. You need a car to drive. Shorty got, because women love I don't understand the concept. I know women who like it's the third weekend, like he moved in, like what? Already, like, but
oh yeah.
But even women, that's an angle. I really don't want you here, but I'd rather have you here because at least I can control your movements when you live with me, right?
True. And then their baggage is that they're fearing either infidelity or cheating or, that would be their baggage because of whatever their pattern was. So I hope that answered your question. Did that answer your question?
It did.
Okay, let's talk about something that's real. Okay. So literally, and you tell me, Miss Pharmacist, that 1 out of 3 adults, 3 or 4 adults, depending on the culture, have herpes. Am I right or wrong about that?
That is correct.
Okay, so
1 out of 4.
1 out of 4.
Wow.
We don't talk about it enough. I talk about absolutely everything and everywhere because it bothers me. Number one, hello, everyone that has herpes. It's not a death sentence, but it feels like it's a death sentence. Yes, I believe it feels like I have HIV. That's what it feels like when you are told you have herpes. Okay, let's check that moment. We'll give you a whole week to realize that it was another H word that the doctor said. Now, right? That's a whole nother thing. Living with HIV is a thing, though, because we're not dying from it. So even that, if we just talk about HIV, it still ain't a life sentence or death sentence. But let's talk about herpes because no one likes to talk about it because there is an embarrassment. Like I told you earlier, Dr. Sharice, do you remember when I said the best thing in life is that you start off with the truth?
Yes.
Yep.
That's what you're going to let me. You're going to let me sign up for what I know I'm signing up for.
Now, listen.
When you educate yourself to say, hey, Dr. Akeem, could you be my date for a second? You
Sure.
might be on a date. Okay. Now, first date, second date, no. He don't need to know that I got the H. Okay. But by the time we about to get busy, okay, in that moment of either, you have the flirting conversations or whatever it is that, there's that moment. If it's 3 months in or 3 weeks in, however quickly you make it to the threshold horizontally. And so the idea is I have something to say. I have something to tell you. And you can start with, have you ever had an STD? You don't have to start with yours. And they may say, I used to have this and I took them pills for 2 weeks in college and they're now gone. Okay, so you had syphilis, chlamydia, you know what I mean? It's a few things that you probably had. Maybe crabs, you had the little comb that you had to shave your little balls. I get it. It's fine. Now, we're talking about herpes, meaning it doesn't go away in our 2 weeks of or 1 day. I don't know what the new thing is now, or a couple days of pills. So we now have to discuss it in a way that unashamed.
Right.
Okay. Remember, I'm gonna give you a whole year of knowing what you got and then being unashamed. Because not only do you have a way to not have an outbreak,
Wow.
and your ability to be, to de-stress your stressors. And you talk about it. This is what I have. This is what I got when I was with this one guy when I was 23. I had no idea. We didn't use protection. I didn't find out till I was 30. This is how I found out. I believe I gave it to one other person, and I don't want to give it to you because I still feel guilty that I did this to someone else. Because remember, hopefully, unless you're that axe murderer that needs to be somewhere else, that you're not doing it on purpose, that it was on accident. So we're talking about what you really were feeling guilty about. It's a real thing because you didn't know, but I don't want to do it again. So let's discuss that. That would be baggage. That, like, I have learned that we can have sex in this way as long as I'm not having an outbreak. And when I have one, I'm going to go soak in some Epsom salt and we're going to get all this thing taken care of and give me about 3 days until she's back in business. And that is a grown conversation of the baggage that you came with. And whoever doesn't want to sign up for me and my herpes, thank you. Because I'm proud that I told you once it got serious. Do you guys get that? And it becomes so grown. And there's nothing to be ashamed of.
People don't have those conversations because it is shameful. I mean, I'm a healthcare provider, and I can't tell you how many people come into the pharmacy.
I know.
I go into the consultation room because they want to show me something. Yeah. And I'm saying, hey, you need to get that check. Yeah. And they won't. Or they won't pick up their medication because they know that we know what it's for.
Just from that. And you about to take care of some things. And you so deep. It's so sad. Shame keeps us stuck.
So you said we're playing I'm your date. You tell me that. Where are we when you tell me this?
We definitely wait. Did you just break up with me? I feel like he just did. Did he break up?
No,
he did. I feel like he broke up. He don't even know my name anymore. You said your name was Tasha, right? Okay. So you like me, right? Because just like HIV, it ain't no dot on my head. Okay, it isn't. Don't forget, she like a blue dot. That's my herpes dot. It ain't nowhere. So you didn't know what I had or what I have had, and so I know that you're flirting with me. I know that we're talking about coming over. I know that you talk about Netflix and chill, but don't nobody really finish the movie. I know all.
Are you still watching?
Right. We did. And so there's a lot of things. So we got shirt off. I mean, however quick it goes, because you could have a conversation that's just like this. Hey, I got something to tell you because I really like you, but I want you to know what you signed up for. Or we start getting kind of hot and now my shirt comes off. And no, the herpes aren't on my nipples, but they are down there, right? And no, I'm not having an outbreak, but I need you to know. And yes, I want you to put on a condom, but let me tell you why. I mean, all of these things, that's the
So the way my mind is set up,
okay,
that night is done.
So we're not getting it in because you now are scared.
There's no way that you're. I'm sitting. That's why I asked you. At what point are you telling me this? If we're in the moment, because
I believe that's too late. But I do believe I have to tell you. That's what I want us to get to.
Because now I'm thinking,
too late.
Have we kissed already?
Well, we kissed. You already on my nipples. I got my shirt off. You talking about you giving me
because you got to remember, most people are ignorant to the fact, and even those of us who know about it don't know everything. So now I'm thinking in my mind, dang, I didn't kiss this chick. Like,
oh, but now you worried. See, that's how deep it is. But them herpes you wasn't worried about. You should. So maybe you need to have that conversation before.
But
you need to have this conversation. Period.
Don't know to ask.
But you need to know, because 1 out of 4 of your bras that you're dating got it. That's what I'm saying. So yes, I need to because I care about you. But you need to care about you and every cold sore that's coming later once you in the sushi line. You need to care about you. Why we only care about your lips once I tell you I got a few clusters down there? It's too late.
That's good.
That's how deep it is. It's too late.
So, yeah, I'm about to pass that.
Oh, you okay, Dr. Sharice? Oh, you not okay. This too much. Too much.
So you tell me your shirt is off, right? And tell me now how you feel when I say, hey. Whoa. Because see, now you put me, the compassionate, listen what I'm saying. You're getting a wrong.
You definitely broke up with me. You definitely broke up with me. We didn't even get to the movie yet, did we? We did not.
He broke up. He said the night
was is not happening tonight.
This is when I get to, like, I got the, yeah, I gotta go.
Okay, so Akeem, I have something to tell you. You know, I know that we're about to get, you know, and I really want you the way it seems like you want me. But I didn't even know this night was going to become that, because that can really happen, right? You came over for dinner and now you're smashing, right? It happens. So it don't have to happen like that, but it happens. Okay, so I got something to tell you. You know, right now I'm good, but I just want to talk about an STD that I got, blah, 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 blah. Now, the worst thing is that you're now concerned about it, but you should have been concerned while you was on your way down. So you get what I'm saying? You only worry. Now, I'm telling myself, I used to do this all the time in my early 20s. I enjoyed it. It was so much fun. When a guy that I was about to enjoy myself with, from if I just met him that night, that's right. You can judge. That's fine. One night's happened. They were fine with me. And so I would meet him, take him to the house, and I would, while he was ready, I would say, you know, do you have a condom, or do I need to go get one? And he'd be like, no, I'm good. I just want you. And I'm like, this is what I would say to all of them. But you don't even know what I have. And they would be like, well, what do you have? Oh, now you care. First of all, I ain't got nothing. But I'm bothered that you, Akeem knows I'm telling the truth. I'm so bothered that you only are mad, or you backing up and everything. Now your neck is over here. But you was all in my before. So I was like, but you don't even know what I have. And then most of them be like, wow, you really just, this is in the middle of the heat. Because I didn't care about the heat versus me burning later. Right. So I'm just saying, let's have the conversation. I don't need to go 5th grade, 6th grade sex education.
That was good, Doc, but I'm putting you on the couch now. How are you feeling? Because I didn't told you now, listen, we can't. I need to process this.
Oh, I'm now saying I understand. That's why I'm glad I told you.
Are you expecting me to, honestly, are you expecting me to stay?
Wow. No, I will say that I would say, do you have any questions about it? Because I know it seems as if, like, I'm saying I'm going to give you something. And I'm saying, even if we do whatever we do, when I do this, wear a condom and make sure that I'm not having an outbreak. I'm no longer contagious right now. Some people go 10 years without having an outbreak, right? So I don't get to get none because I had herpes back in 1992. That's not fair. Like, I don't get to have nothing. No, but I'm going to be smart about it. And I'm going to tell my partners. That's all I'm saying. But so many people, which is why we're talking about this, is why it came to mind, is because so many people don't share this baggage right here.
Right.
Never. Because they're ashamed, because we now know that you now going to exit stage left, even though you was all up in here at 8:32. But by 8:33, I told you the truth. And now you're trying to find your keys. And so I'm saying, I want you to leave if this is scaring you. That's how I feel. Please leave me. Because I'm not gonna hold myself hostage by something.
But I think that's unfair, because you're forcing. See, when you said please leave.
No, I mean, if you don't come back around, hopefully you come back around because we talked about it and you did your research, right, and you feel comfortable with me. And I told you I ain't had an outbreak since.
It depends on if it's a one night situation. Like it depends on how I'm feeling you at that moment. If we ain't got nothing invested, it's a 50-50 chance that it might just be like,
okay, I agree.
But if I am feeling you and I see long,
now
you're not taking this risk with just a jump off, right? Something just to smash it. Like, you're not doing that. But if it's something that you can see somebody connected with, yeah, you might can be like, okay, we gonna still go out to dinner and talk, but like, we may not do that until I'm.
That's fair. If you don't learn nothing else, and any other man that's listening right now, man or woman, but just assume they got it and find out if they don't. Like, I kind of live like that. That sounds real crazy, but yeah, it's kind of like the way we wear these masks for COVID. Like,
so
geez.
you took us this direction, right? Because I'm.
It's just real baggage that nobody talks about. Nobody says this out loud.
Right. So let's talk in a different way. Let's get off the herpes thing.
Okay,
right?
got it. Okay. He started scratching his.
Yeah, I'm like,
you don't even. Is it itching? It's itching already. Okay. I didn't give you nothing. It's through the screen. You dumb.
Let's talk about numbers or past encounter.
Oh, the bodies.
The body count.
Okay, body
do
count.
you believe that body count have you seen in your practice that I'm thinking after 30, 35, body counts don't matter? This is
30. Okay, because we're just saying experience or no experience. You either have 3 or you have 30.
For me, because let's use the STD thing. Because you can be with one person and let's say that
it still be. Oh, for sure.
So for me, it's not about the body count. It's about, do you have anything? You don't have nothing, cool, right?
So are you saying you would like to know if it's more than 30 or you don't?
I'm saying after the age of 30, not the number 30. After the age of 30,
I thought you said 30 bodies.
I don't know that mature adults are having a conversation about body count. Does that matter? Or is it individual?
I've only heard it matter to men whose body count isn't as high. So they're wondering if they are as experienced as you. Not that a lot of sex means that you're good at anything. Let's just be clear here. Right? So the quality is more than quantity in terms of body count. But I've only heard it where men are like almost insecure that you're more experienced than they are. So they're literally saying, I'll never forget this 45-year-old man. He probably had sex with 3 and 1 was his wife, 3 women. Fine as all wine, this brother right here. But because of what his mother was, and she was a prostitute, he didn't play with women like that. Like he just never wanted to see women like a hoe the way men treated his mom. And he had 3. And when he asked me about, he was sharing. And I was like, well, you saying 3 by 20 years old or freshman college, or you talking about when you had 3, like right now at 47? And I remember thinking, like, do you give the real number or why does it matter? But it was really his insecurity of if he was experienced.
Most men think women lie anyway. Whatever y'all say, we're gonna multiply times 2.
Oh, I tell you the whole truth, but a lot of times that could be also intimidating because I say, what's your number? Okay, what if you got a woman that's got your same number? Now what? Who's the hoe? Both of us. So that's all I'm wondering. You know, I'm just, as long as we both the hoe versus I'm the hoe, because we both, you know what I mean? We and had a good time. As long as it's back to unashamed, that's gonna be the word of the day.
Right.
As long as it's unashamed, then we can have a whole conversation. But that's always my thing. Can we talk about it out loud? Because now we do it with confidence and security. But how soon is too soon that you tell the body count?
No, I'm saying does it matter, period.
Oh.
So if you ask, let's go back to, so if I meet Dr. Sharice, right? And for me, it doesn't matter. And I don't even know that. And she asked, well, I guess it's individual. Because is it a deal breaker if I say, oh, well, you know, I don't answer questions I don't want to know the answer to. So it doesn't matter. I'm not answering that. Is that an issue for either of you?
That you're not telling me your body?
I'm not going to answer the question.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Dr. Sharice, you said you're not going to answer the question? You don't ever tell a man.
I agree with the king. Like, what are we doing now? Like, I agree with the king. Like, what are we doing here? Like, why is this a question on the table, and why is it relevant? Now, my history, I was married for most of my adult life. So, so there you have it. When you talk about body count, you can just imagine how minimal or obscure mine is.
I get it.
But, I'm just like, why are we I don't understand. Why would we be having a conversation or comparing?
No, I believe the only answer to that is because it's out of insecurity. I don't know anyone that needs to know, and it's like this relevant thing that needs to be talked about because it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But I guess if I like them enough, and I don't know, like if I like them enough and I answer the question, am I then nurturing the insecurity?
Yes, I'm telling you that no man on the face of this planet, I don't care how intimidating.
He's telling the truth.
Even if my number is double yours, because you got to remember, men automatically gonna think if you say, I'm just gonna say 3, I'm automatically thinking 6. Right? Even if my number is 25, 6 is too many. I'm just saying, like, yeah, I'm not saying it's too many, but to the average man,
he wasn't lying. He wants you to be a whole version. You know, by the time you're
we
35,
just can't handle what we oftentimes dish out. And that's just the truth, right? So let's change from numbers to in your field. We're talking about baggage, right?
Yeah.
So I meet Dr. Sharice at homecoming 10 years ago when we were in undergrad. We didn't know each other, whatever, but I always saw her from afar. We smashed. Does that have anything to do with this? Does that affect most cases that you see with couples, their ability to move forward if they really like each other? Because, the theory is if you sleep together with somebody on the first night, it's,
Oh, no, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. Now, the worst part about now, though, because this is a whole nother generation of Tinder, right? Tinder, I don't have the long longitudinal study on what Tinder brings. I do know there are plenty of people that have met and gotten married off of Tinder, but then there's millions of people that are also enjoying themselves right now about who they just met from Tinder. So I don't know what that looks like. One night stands, but there are lots of people that either slept together or within that first month. Like there wasn't this wait till they got married for sure, but there definitely was a quick kind of a horizontal one.
And let me throw this out there. Dr. Tasha is a Christian, but she's a professional. And so, because sometimes people think that, they, I just want to throw that out there.
Oh, they get a little nervous. Oh, yeah. I love the Lord, but I absolutely love what I do. Mental health is everything. Yeah.
So, it should be reality.
I know we're close to ending time. So this is the question I have, and I'll give to Dr. Sharice after this. We're talking about baggage check, right? So, Dr. Tasha, I met you. We've been dating. And you say to me, Akeem, carry my bag up the stairs, right? So I'm a man. I'm not looking in your bag. I'm trusting that whatever you needed in your bag is in there. I get to the second from the top step. I trip. Your bag is open. Stuff falls out. I didn't know that this was in there.
So
okay, I didn't know she had herpes because it's been 10 years since she had a breakout. But I know what this.
You see that medication?
I know what this medication is because I got a cousin that takes it.
Oh yeah, all day.
How do we move beyond? So let me put it on. We're adults, right? I didn't ask.
No, you didn't.
You didn't tell me.
Nope, I didn't offer.
But now it's been exposed. How do we deal with it?
How do we deal with the undisclosed being disclosed?
Yes.
So the truth of the question to me would be, what is in your bag that you don't want anybody to know about? That's a question you need to be doing individually before you even start dating. Because the answer to that is what you do or say to the person that you finally want to settle with. Because that is something that to me is owed. Now, everybody doesn't believe in 100% disclosure. However, when you talk about true intimacy, when you can't see where one, but one hand ends and the other one begins, like that true intimacy, that's that nudity, that's that being completely naked, where like that becomes why your relationship is so great. Because zero, like there was just nothing. I can't think of one thing that I didn't share with you before you made me your wife. I can't think of one thing that you didn't share with me before you became my husband. So when is the too soon? Or as you say, how soon is when is the when? That would be by the time that person is committing to you. You got to disclose that. Whatever you are, you got to. Not just, obviously, we're talking about STDs. I'm talking about way beyond that. Of the traumas, you know what I mean? Of who your daddy really is, how you really don't know who he is. Your sister's really your auntie. Mm-hmm. The Southern secret, your mama is I mean, all of that, that's when it comes open, it's too late. That's unfortunate. If we're in a long-term relationship, it shouldn't have had to be exposed for me to share it. But that's really it. That's going to be like the best intimacy or the most connected you will ever be with someone when you share that thing that you don't want people to see that's in your bag.
You know what? I'm going to say this before we close. I remember having a conversation with a guy that I was dating, and I was telling him about a situation that happened, with my mom, because my mom was always in abusive relationships. When I saw that coming up, and he said to me, he was like, "Please," he was like, "Sharice, please." He was like, "You're showing me your baggage."
You didn't want to see it?
And then he said, "I said, well, is that not a good thing?" And he said, "Yeah, but you're giving me your baggage is too heavy. You're giving too much. You need to learn to what was the term he used? Learn to."
My man's didn't want. Listen, I'm telling you as a man, that says two things to me, and I don't know.
It says a lot.
It says I don't want you to share as deep because I am afraid that you're going to expect me to share on that same level, and I may not be there. And that's the thing that women have. Women, I tell my guy friends all the time, a woman will tell you everything you need to know about her on the first or second date if you just ask the right questions. Because y'all, and particularly if we show that we can listen,
we're going to talk.
Y'all going to talk. But he's probably stopping you because, one, let's say I don't even plan to stay around that long, so I don't want you to feel. Or two, I don't want you to say, watch this. Okay, I shared with you about my mama. Now tell me about yours. And I'm like, whoa, hold up, shorty. Like,
oh yeah, not on that. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's just because you decide to do that don't mean
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, listen, guys, you have been a part of this entire nightcap. You guys have come in, come out, tag people, come in it. Miss Mildred, I see you, girl. Thank you so much. I saw your comments. Listen, hopefully we can get Dr. Tasha to come back for a part 2. This has been amazing. She's now about to become my counselor. So I have to get on her calendar and send her my Cash App.
I will be honored.
Instagram is at Dr. Tasha, at DOCTOR.
Hey, Doctora, because Doctora Tasha, or drivebystherapy.org. That's my website, and contact me. And I will be honored to work with you, Dr. Sharice, and nobody would ever know that we ever met.
I will vouch for her. There are members of churches that I'm a part of, even members that I didn't find out she was counseling them until they told me, hey, I talked to your friend, Dr. Tasha. I was like, oh, and they've been long time. And it makes my job easier because they trust her. She is I tell people I am a doctor today because she helped me. She was one of my contextual associates with a group of pastors, and she's just good at what she does. I don't say that because she's my friend. She's just good at what she does. And so look her up, drivebytherapy.com.
Org,
drivebytherapy.org. And if you're in Virginia, she'll be here on June 26th. We're hosting Where the Healing Resides conference. It's going to be the bomb.
Wow. Where the Healing Resides.
Yep.
Listen, guys, you have her information. I have her information, but I have a connect to her, so I have her information. Thank you guys for tuning in. Dr. Tasha, please come back.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
How far is Jacksonville from Fort Lauderdale?
About 4.5 hours.
4.5 hours.
Yeah, y'all need to make that work. Man.
Absolutely. Oh, it's gonna be something personal.
Yeah, I love it. You know you got homework. You got till next March.
I got until next March to let this be unashamed.
Travel like your boy. You won't have to hunt up homework.
We thank you all for tuning in. This has been Nightcap. We'll see you all next week Wednesday.
Dr. Tasha, hold on. Stay on. Don't hang it.
Oh yeah, don't leave that.
Oh, no problem.
The rest of y'all, goodbye.
Bye.